why does Ruskin and his family have newspaper on the windows? As soon as you hear the answer, you can write it on your boards and then I'll ask you to reveal it. Okay.
When we were first starting the book, Ruskin told us that because Elvis kept on throwing balls into the window, they had to replace it.
Good connecting ideas, you're right. Let's just listen when I'm reading in case there's another reason, just in case. Okay? If you hear any words that you don't understand, stop me by putting your hand up and then we'll write them on our wordy window and I will tell you what they mean. Are you ready, Jen?
I knew why he newspaper on the window.
We just talked about that, didn't we? So just listen in case it's a different reason. So, chapter 16. So, you left your job, right? Is that right, Corky? Ruskin asked. Corky nodded, saying, "Yes, I left, my dear boy. I got a job at St. George's School, where you and I became friends, so I can't complain too much." Ruskin smiled. "But I'll tell you something," Corky continued. "Some nights I know that Crindlecracks comes up through the largest drain in Lizard Street. I know it comes up and searches for me. And shall I tell you how I know?" "How?" Ruskin asked. "Because its heavy tail cracks the pavement, and its fiery breath scorches the bricks dark, and its claws put bumps and holes in the road. That's how I know." "But it's never found you," Ruskin said nervously. "No," Corky replied, wrapping the old newspaper around the tin helmet. "And it never will find me." "Oh, don't let it," cried Ruskin, getting to his feet and hugging Corky. "Don't let it get you. You're the only friend I've got." And here's a picture of them hugging.
Oh, wait, that's how Corky looks like.
That's what Corky looks like, yeah. That's what. He looks a little like that. He's got long hair, hasn't he? Yes, you're right. Josh did notice I read one of the answers. I didn't see everyone writing on the whiteboards. Where did Crindlecracks appear from? Should I reread it? Listen up, because I'm going to say it. Don't hold it up yet. Some nights I know that Crindlecracks comes up through the largest drain in Lizard Street. There's not a picture, so you're just listening to the words. Where does Crindlecracks appear from? Probably looking for like 2 words. Boards up in 3, 2. Jacob, show me the board so I can read it, 'cause you're wiggling it. And 1. What do you think, Hannah? Yeah, the largest drain. That's that big circle on the ground on the pavement. So the answer is the largest drain. There's probably a square drain, you're right. Okay. There, my dear boy, Corky said, holding Ruskin really tight. Don't upset yourself. I'll never let Crindlecracks get me. I bolt all my doors and lock my windows and tuck myself in tight when I go to bed. I'm as safe as houses, me.
On the iPad, I don't know if it's really recording or not. If it has,
Shall I check?
it probably is. Because it's like, yes, if it's a square, then it's recording.
Yeah, we're recording. 4 minutes. Now I've just talked to the camera, right? If I ever see Crindlecracks, Ruskin said, I'll tame him, so he'll be safe forever. None of us is safe forever, Ruskin said. But I'll tame him so you will be safe forever. None of us are safe forever. We can only be safe for a little while at a time. Okay, this question, it doesn't answer it in the text, but use what you think. Why can we not be safe forever? You have to use what you think. It's a bit like inference. Have a go on a whiteboard. Because, you can start with the cars. Don't write capitals, please. Aretha. Why can people not be safe forever? So you've got to use what you think. Corky says in the text, we can only be safe for a little while at a time. Oh, good question, what does tame mean? I'm in a dictionary.
Like,
And you can have a look. Don't tell him, don't tell him, don't tell him. He's going to have a look in the dictionary. And he's going to tell us at the end what tame means. So the first letter you're going to look for is T, then A, M, and then E. Tame. Here's a question, and we can write it on our wordy window. And so you can tell us at the end what tame means. He said, I'm going to tame crinoid cracks so that we can be safe forever. Okay. Dennis, I can't see your answer. Boards up in 10, 9, 8, 7. There's lots of different answers for this. 6, that's fine. 5, 4, 3, massive. Okay, you can tell me 2 and 1. Okay, boards up. If you haven't finished it, can you tell me verbally? Tell me what we're going to write. Keep it up. So, why can't people not be safe forever? Well, we can only be safe for a little while. Yeah, that's one answer. What's your supper? Okay, the more that time goes by, crinoid cracks are getting bigger, so maybe he's more dangerous. Maybe his prey are people, and he's a carnivore, so he's going to eat them. That's what you've got on yours. What do you think, Jacob? Do you remember I said he was growing bigger and bigger? So maybe we can't be safe forever because crinoid cracks is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, maybe he'll be able to break the pavements and break the drain. Oh, keep your hand up, Jay.
I think that overnight, I think crinoid cracks is gonna keep on breaking walls at the houses, and like people are gonna have to run away. But
so you're predicting rather than answering the question. You're predicting what's going to happen next. The question is, why can people not be safe forever? What do we know about crinoid cracks, Jay?
that I think that he's going to.
If he's getting bigger and stronger, then it means he might be able to break the drains, maybe. Maybe he might break the pavements or the door.
I think he might break the drains, and there might be baby crocodiles, so they.
So maybe he's reproducing and having baby mini crinoid cracks. Maybe. Like an army of them, so they'll be even stronger with lots of them. Okay, we've got one more question. Why does Ruskin and his family have newspaper on the windows? So it's retrieval, which means it's in the text, so listen carefully. Ruskin was still clutching Corky's golden medal in his hand. I'm still curious about this. Curious is not sure, wondering, wanting to ask a question. I'm still curious about this, Ruskin said. Tell me where you got the medal. Not now, Corky said. That's enough stories for one night. Is it anything to do with crinoid cracks? Ruskin asked. No, Corky replied. Is it anything? What happened then? Did you notice I stopped reading? I got interrupted. It doesn't matter, interrupted Corky. Now get yourself home, my dear boy. Your mum and dad are going to be worried. We're going on to chapter 17 now. It was getting dark outside. Clutching the medal tightly, Ruskin walked down Lizard Street towards his home. He looked at the cracks on the pavement and the holes in the road and the dark bricks and imagined crinoid cracks walking up and down Lizard Street. Its huge tail cracking, its sharp claws digging, and its hot breath scorching, looking for Corky Pigeon. He imagined crinoid cracks looking in through windows, peeping through curtains, watching people sleep and dream. Perhaps crinoid cracks had even seen him, Ruskin Splinter, curled up in his bed, and wondered who this small, thin, red-haired boy was, sleeping contently in a room full of actors' photographs. Contently is like happily. Another word for happily if you're content. Ruskin stood on the large drain in front of his house. The metal drain cover wobbled from side to side. Clunk went the drain cover. Ruskin thought, this is the largest drain in Lizard Street. It's this drain that crinoid cracks rises from when he's searching for Corky. Ruskin got to his knees and put his ear down on the cold metal. He listened as hard as he could. For a while he heard nothing. And then He heard it. A distant rumbling sound, and the drain started to vibrate. The rumbling got louder and louder and louder, so loud that Ruskin's knees started to tremble. Tremble is like shaking when you're scared, trembling. It was Crandall Cracks. Down in the sewer, it was stomping through endless corridors of water, through chambers as large as cathedrals, and waterfalls as high as mountains. Ruskin got to his feet.
He said he's still angry, but I said no, you're fine.
You sorted it out. I saw you giving Jacob like your elbow. So you need to get a fiddle, sorry, choose something from the basket. Ruskin got to his feet. He brushed the dust from his knees and looked up at the house. He noticed the window that Elvis smashed that morning was covered with newspaper. So Kenzie, just come in. Why does Ruskin and his family always have newspaper on the windows? Can you tell us? Shall I reread it again? Listen then. He noticed that the window Elvis had smashed that morning had been covered up with a sheet of newspaper. Do you agree with Kenzie? Why was it covered in newspaper though? Why? Who smashed the window? Yeah, Elvis. You can't just say because of Elvis, because Elvis could have punched it. We don't need to use exactly the right words. So because Elvis smashed the window. Yeah? So you don't need to write it, guys, it's fine. Nearly all the windows were now paper instead of glass. Ruskin went inside.
I found tame, but it says these animals are very tame.
Okay, so I will show you what the definition is, what tame is. So Jay, do you have your hand up as well?
Got a fish on it.
Oh, that's the wrong one, that's why. You need a dictionary. You get it from a dictionary, 1 second. That's a thesaurus, I gave you a dictionary. What happened to it? I gave it to him.
I went through all of it.
Tame, okay, let's look it up. Who can tell Kenzie what just happened when he stood on the drain, because he was out of the room? What happened, David, when he stood on the drain? You forgot? I just read it. What was happening just before you get to top of the window? What was happening on the drain he was standing on? Let's put your hand up then and we can tell Kenzie. So Sappy, you start.
He stood on the line because he heard that.
So he heard Frindle Cracks under the drain. Yeah, he heard him moving around. What were you going to say, Jay?
That my pen doesn't work.
Okay, do you need to tell me that right now? We're finished now, haven't we? Let's look at tame then. Wasn't in that one, Toby, for some reason. Let's see what's in this one. So T and then T-A. T-A. T-A-N. Here we go. To tame a wild animal is to make it used to people. So if you tame Crandall Cracks, you're making him used to people. Does that make sense? So why would, please stop rattling, that's random. Why would Ruskin want to tame Crandall Cracks?